It's time for a quickie with E-Dub and Wanda B, right here on IntellectualRadio.com.
Hey, it's me, Wanda B, and I'm here with
E-Dub.
Hey, E-Dub. Today's an exciting day.
How you be, Wanda B?
I be well. Okay, so look, we have a great interview today. Today we will be interviewing no other than Antoine Dodson.
Hide your kids and hide your wife.
Yes, you know who he is. Okay.
So I'm going to give you a little bit of history about Antoine Dodson. He is an internet celebrity, a viral sensation, singer, and actor. In 2010, while a resident of the Lincoln Park Housing Project in Huntsville, Alabama, he gave an interview on a local television news prompted by the report of an alleged home invasion and attempted rape of his sister. The interview became an internet sensation and resulted in the Bed Intruder song and an auto-tune song by the Gregory Brothers that sold thousands of copies on iTunes and appeared on the Billboard Hot 100 list. Welcome to the show. We are so excited to have you. Okay, I want to know, the day before you became viral, you mentioned you had an argument with your sister. Tell us more about that.
You know, when you like going like from couch to couch, house to house, you have this mentality like you just can pop up everywhere and just be chilling. So I ended up popping up over there, and she was walking out the door anyway. So her kid was there, and they was all playing the game, and their cousins was there. And so I was like, your mama not here. Y'all need to take turns on the game. So when my sister came back, my niece went and told my sister. She was like, yeah, he made me share with them to play the game and stuff like that. And Kelly gonna say, my daughter ain't gotta share. She don't want to share. This her game. This her house and all this, that, the other. So I was like, really, you think like that? Like, how you gonna do that to your other nieces and nephews? Like, it became a whole big thing, and she hauled off and hit me, and we got to fight.
Wow.
That was the day before.
That was the day before.
Okay, so the very next day when this incident happened, now if it's so many of y'all, how'd you wind up being the one in front of the camera?
Because everybody else is in separate. We all scattered out at this point. And my sister, she had a project out there. And my baby siblings and my mother was there with Kelly. And so, but they were girls. The boys is always gone. We always been pretty much on our own, even from teenage years. But they was all there, and imagine me and Kelly had got to fighting. So I ended up leaving, going back home. And I remember like, oh yeah, we had just, because we was getting stamps at the time, and so it was this truck that used to come by that like they would sell you steak, fish, all type of shit out his trunk. All type of stuff out his trunk. So we had went in on buying it, and it was all in her refrigerator. So I thought about that. I said, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna make me some steaks. You know what I'm saying? Since I did put in on it. So I went to her house and I was cooking some steaks. So she like, what you doing over here? You ain't supposed to be over here. I don't mess with you like that. I said, well, girl, my steaks is in the refrigerator. As long as my steaks is in here, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna cook some steaks. So you know, she had that little cheap. She had those cheap dollar store frying pans. So I'm cooking my steak, and the whole house just smoked out. So I lift the window up so you know it could circulate. And I completely forgot to close her window, and I end up braiding my hair. That taking down my hair, it was basically like this, same thing, yarn. And I was taking it down that night, and I fell asleep on her couch.
Okay, so tell us about the incident. So what happened before the police and the news came out? What happened? Tell us about what happened. So
I remember I got family in Florida, so I was laying on my sister's couch, and I was talking to our auntie back before. And me and my auntie, I always had this idea that I was a celebrity. Even back home, I guess I created that to escape the reality that I was going through in my childhood. And I created this alter ego. And it was Antoine Dodson. And I just really thought that I was famous at the time. So me and her on Facebook talking, I'm like, girl, my security guards is gonna get you, because now we talking crazy to each other. And I'm like, girl, my security guards, they're gonna get you when they get to Florida. So I end up falling asleep, but I fell asleep with my phone on my chest, and I cuddle up in a like fetus position, and I kind of tucked under the couch. Once I fold up, you can barely see that I'm there. And so I guess when he came in at it had to be about 2 something in the morning, he came in. I don't think he's seen me on the couch. All it was, you know how when you watching TV and you done playing on the DVD and all of a sudden it got that little icon that just go all around the TV? That was the only light that was on that night. So I hear my sister screaming like, stop, no, who are you? And I'm like, wait, what? So I open my eyes and I'm still hearing it. And I see my mama and them at the foot of me. I didn't know that they was trying to wake me up. I woke up because I heard her. And they was like, yeah, we was trying to wake you up. So I ran to the room and I opened the door, and it's dark, completely dark in there. And you see the light coming from the street lights through the window, and it created a silhouette over their bodies. So I can literally see my sister on the ground, and I can see a man on top of her, and I see his arms out, which made me believe like he was choking her. So the only thing I could do was like pull him off of him. He ain't had no t-shirt on or nothing. So they had to have been in there for a minute. And I had long fingernails. I cut them a couple of days ago, but I keep my nails long. And I just grabbed them shoulders and I just dug my nails into them and I snatched them up off of them. And we swung into the hallway, small hallway. And he did a little NBA move up under my arm, went out the kitchen and jumped out the window.
So was he a big dude?
No, he was like, I'm say it was about 5'9", 5'10". Coffee complexion.
Okay. So at that point he ran.
Yes.
He ran. Oh my God. So you realize. At that point you realized that he was actually trying to rape your sister.
Actually, to be truthfully honest, I did not know what to think, because now my mind is focused. Because when he did that little move and went under my arm and ran into the kitchen, remember we on the 2nd floor, so. I don't know. I'm thinking he's in the kitchen in the pantry. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, y'all go in the room, lock the door, this, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Do whatever y'all hear. I mentally prepare myself to die. So I turned around to go into the kitchen out the hallway, and my little sister is standing there. Paranoid, freaked out, like she was so freaked out. I didn't even get a chance to go into the kitchen. I'm like, come on, oh my God, why you ain't going there with them? So I took her in the other room, and I'm on the phone calling the police. I said, yeah, somebody in here, but I am in here with a whole bunch of screaming women and girls. They all just, I don't even know what to do. I don't want to go out there and then die. Then they still in there, and then he come. It was so much going through my head at the time.
Wow. So when do you guys call the police?
That was during the time we called the police. I'm on the phone with them, and they say, okay, we on the phone with, I believe, your sister. She's in the other room, but I can't be on the phone with both of y'all. I said, well, hang up for me because I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Tend to them because they is screaming and hollering. Like, it was so crazy.
How long was that before you called the police? The news people came out. How long was that in between?
Okay, they came out the next day because it's so crazy how that worked. Because the police, when they came, they escorted us off. This, that, and the other. I'm telling the police, like, look, I dug my nails in him, so I know it's some skin. I'll be watching CSI, watch Forensic Files. I know I got some skin under there. He got
DNA somewhere.
Yeah, DNA, fingerprints, and all. I was telling them where it was at, and they like, okay, we'll get it. But I didn't. I mean, I appreciate them getting my sisters and them calm and escorting us off. But I'm an investigator. I feel like I missed my calling because I gotta investigate it until I get answers. So I sat there in my house and I'm like, I got them yellow pages. I started calling different investigators. I'm like, yo, I got some information. Like, I don't want this there's evidence to be damaged. We got to go back to the house. And he was like, okay, that's cool. He was like, I'm going to meet you there. I'm like, okay. So after I get off the phone with him, I'm calling WAFL, first. I'm calling all the news people. I'm like, yo, my sister just got attacked at a project. Like, this is crazy. Like, y'all need to come out. Nobody would answer the phone. I'm just leaving messages with everybody. So when we got back, when I met the investigator there, I guess he was cool with the reporter personally, because as he was pulling up, so was Elizabeth. And so she was like, and the whole time, now the neighbors out there. So they was like, oh my God, this ain't never happened until y'all came out here, y'all bringing this attention, making it hot. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, Elizabeth was like, hey, you got something you want to say? I'm just pitting the mic. She like, you got something you want to say? I said, yeah. While they over there talking, y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands too, because they raping everybody out here. Basically, you know, so.
And the rest is
Okay, so you said that y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, or they rape people. Now, after you said that, how long before you had heard it again?
Well, after that, like later on that day, because I'm still in shock. I'm like, oh my God, I just fought an attack. I can't believe this. So later on that day, I'm just sitting there, just everybody, all of a sudden I start getting all these text messages and they're like, you on the local news? I just see you on WAFF. So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. So, you know, I've been on the news before. This wasn't nothing new to me. So, but when they was like, they put it on YouTube. I said, what? So when I go to YouTube, it said 315 views. I know 315 people ain't watched this. So I'm tripping in there. As the day go on, it's 5,000, 20,000, 50,000. I'm like, y'all is lying. I know these many people ain't watching this. What's funny about it? Like, I was tripping. I'm like, oh my God. I was just like, so when it got to 1 million views and then everybody started hitting me up like, I want to manage you. I want to pay you to come to my club. I'm like, I know this cannot be happening. I know this is not real.
So how many views is it?
I knew it wasn't.
At this point, how many people have seen this at this point?
It's over 150 million now.
Wow.
But if you put all the videos together, it's over 1 billion.
Wow. So tell me this right here. So how did your life change?
Well, people don't understand. Like, a lot of people say that, oh, you're not a celebrity. Your 15 minutes of fame is up. I still cannot go outside. I still can't go to Walmart and shop. I still cannot do those things, even though people say what they want. But I understand that this is their first time meeting me in the flesh. So, of course, they're going to be excited. And so I got to play along with it.
So my question is, if you could do it all over again, would you do it the same way?
No.
No.
Nope.
What would you do? What would you do differently?
No.
What would you do differently?
This would be a journey of just for me alone. I wouldn't have drawn my sister in it, my family, and all the stuff that they went through, because even though I became a celebrity and I was working and stuff, my family went through a lot of nightmares, a lot of night terrors. Like, it was a thing where we had to lock every window, close every door before the street lights come on. Like, it was real in the field. Like,
so were y'all forced to relocate?
Oh, yes. And thank God I was able to make the money to actually relocate to a better neighborhood.
So what is your sister's life like now?
Well, she wanted me to let everybody know anyway, but my sister is in prison.
Oh, that's terrible. That's sad. She's in prison. Oh,
it's sad, but people keep forgetting that we are originally from Chicago, from the South Side. Like, they thought being a celebrity was going to change? Like, no.
Well, okay. So tell me about some of the projects that you've had after becoming a internet sensation.
Oh my God, I worked with a lot of people. I did the movie with Tyler Perry. I did the movie with Aaron Eckhart. I did a movie with Airplane Mode with what is his damn? I can never think. They call him the golden boy of YouTube, Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
Yes.
Yeah, I worked with them in the movie. I worked with Flavor Flav when we did the Dr. Fubulis in Utah with the Mormons. But I did a lot of stuff. I worked with so many people. I was on so many shows. I did a lot of things.
What was your one favorite thing that you've done since you became, the star?
The fun that I had was shooting a movie with Aaron Eckhart, and I was an extra. Actually, I was an extra on that movie. And when all the cast and everybody was like, "Oh my God, do y'all know who this is?" Like, this Antoine Dodson. Like, so it went from being an extra to like, "Oh no, can we get a close up on you?" I'm like, this is my job, yeah. But it's action packed. I don't know. I think the movie did come out, but I think they changed the name because when I was filming, it was called Live. And it was so action packed, like cars flying, bombs, like shootouts. Like it was so fun. I got recordings of it and everything. It was so fun shooting those scenes in that movie. Like that was the best time I had ever had because I just want to be in an action movie.
I heard that. Now you were saying, I was watching some of your videos, and you were saying you felt like that. And you know what? I sure feel you when it comes to this right here. But you feel like you haven't been compensated properly. Tell us a little bit about that.
With that, like, and everybody know I've done a lot of things, and a lot of things that I agreed to that they say, because during that time, my appearance fee was $8,000. But it was negotiable. Like I didn't have people negotiate me to $5,000, and you know what I'm saying. I know that I'm a fan of people love me in all age groups, and I know that whether you're rich or poor, you know what I'm saying. You still love me, and I make room for the situations. You know what I'm saying. But a lot of times, like for instance, say like a Tyler Perry. And he come and say, "Hey, I want to use your whole likeness in a, that was considered a cameo, which is an appearance. That's $8,000. I don't care how you look at it. I'm going to proceed with this. My appearance fee is $8,000. Now, when you say, "Oh, we can't afford that, the budget, this, that, and the other," when you hear stuff like that from a bunch of millionaires, you be like, "Yeah, nah, I don't want to do it no more." But then you got people in your group, you know what I'm saying? This Tyler Perry, boy, I'm telling you, you better get over it. He paid you $1, no dollars. You need to get on this because once you be in a Tyler Perry movie, you're gonna go, your career gonna skyrocket, like, and you can pull all of us. So you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I get what you're saying. That's kind of smart. Okay, but then when you agree to a money and then you do it and they still don't pay you, like, damn.
Oh, that didn't actually happen, did it?
Yeah, that happened. I dropped, man, I don't even want to tell you the numbers. It's so disrespectful because I'm telling you, like, Black people, when I start talking when it comes to race, they don't want to have this conversation because, to be truthfully honest, like, I know where my bread and butter come from, and I know my fan base is rich white women. I know this. This is not a secret. The whole world knows this. And they fund me. They have been funding me for years. It's just now Black women in the last few years have just started, "Oh my God, Antoine, we actually love you." You know what I'm saying? Because back then, Black people used to tease me. If you look at anything I've done as far as when I went on the BET Hip Hop Award, what did Mike Epps do? Make it out of a joke. He made a joke of it. When he did his stand-up during those times, when him and Kevin Hart, what he said, "You look like Antoine." It was a butt joke in the Black community for Antoine. And y'all the least to pay. Y'all don't want to pay me anything. Oh, I love being Black. I'm not going to get, but we need to understand where this is at, because I have told plenty networks and white people, "Hey, my appearance fee is $8,000. We'll give you $85. You know what I'm saying?
It's so funny how that happens, but so true.
So how does it make you feel being the butt of some people's jokes? How does that make you feel?
Back then, it hurt. It was like, and what people don't understand is, I've been through a whole lot before I was even 18. So, of course, stuff don't hurt. When I'm in my regular hood, like, it don't affect me. I'm not affected by that. But when it's people that you grew up watching and you learn to love everything about them, they coming out with a special, I'm watching it. They coming out with merchandise, I'm getting it. They on tour, I'm going. Like, and then when you meet them and they mistreat you, I'm madder than them. I'm ready to tear this whole motherfucking place up. You know what I'm saying? You know? Because it's like,
don't blame you,
like,
right?
I
right.
love you.
I love you, and this how you gonna do me?
Right. But one person made a good, and I would never forget, Flavor Flav. Like, this man, he's another person that people make jokes out of. But because one thing about it, this man is so smart. And I was like, how do you deal with all this? Like, everywhere you go, people stopping you. Sometimes you don't even be in a mood. Like, he said, just imagine you loving somebody your whole life. And then you finally meet them in the flesh and they treat you like, how do you feel? I said, you know what? That's the realest thing and I live by that ever since he told me that. It was so real, so simple, but so real.
That's pretty incredible. So tell me this right here. So if you could write your future, what would you write?
Did he hear you?
If I could write my future, what would I write? I don't know. It would probably be some selfish, but
Let's hear it. Let's hear it. It's selfish
know.
and all. What is
it?
Your life
if
should
I
be
could
selfish.
write my future, the reason why I said it to be selfish, because for my entire life, I've always made decisions based on my siblings and my mom and my family. Like, even when I came to dating, like, even if I met somebody and I knew they was too old for me at 16 and they had some coin and I know we hungry, hey, it is what it is.
Looking out for everybody.
Exactly. So now at this point, it's like, if I could write my future, it would be me to just fully focus on getting myself out of a situation rather than going through a situation and I'm still picking other people up. I need to really focus on myself. Like, it's not funny. I just see a future with just me working on me.
So why don't you tell us how, so we can help you work on you? People can reach out to you to hire you for more roles, to see you in more things. How can they reach out to you?
They actually, they can reach out to me at Antoine Dodson 431@gmail.com. That is directly to me. I answer all my emails, and they've been hitting me up on my TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that. So continue to do that. Like, I'm there. You know how I am.
Is it Antoine Dodson on TikTok? Well, how do they find you on your social media?
On TikTok, I believe it's Antoine Dodson 34 because I made that when I was 34.
I tell you
and that is so crazy because my sisters was like, you heard of this app called, I think it was called like Musically or something to that effect. And I was like, yeah, I heard of it. She's like, well, they changed it. It's nice. TikTok is jumping. They be doing routines. So you need to get on it because this is where the generation be at. And I was like, girl, I ain't getting on that. Ain't nobody going to remember me or know me from that. Them are young folks. Like, she like, no, but you should. And you know what challenge you should do? You should do the Bust It Challenge. I said, okay.
Did you do it?
I said, I did. That was my first video on TikTok. It went viral. It went so viral. I was like, damn, these people do know me. Like, okay.
That is so cool. Well, I tell you what, we love you, Antoine. We love you so much.
We do.
Thank you so much. I love y'all. Oh, my God.
Hey, man, you know what? Check this out, man. We're going to wrap this up. We want to say, man, thank you so much for doing this with us, man. We really appreciate you, man. And I think it's so cool, man. You know what? And I want to give you mad respect, man, because when I contacted you, you contacted me back right away, man. You get mad respect and mad love for that. You wasted no time.
Thank you so much. y'all. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna be in touch, man. If you ever need us, just give us a call with IntellectualRadio.com, and we love Antoine Dodson
We
right
do.
here.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you so much, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
IntellectualRadio.com.
I said, yeah, while they over there talking, y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, and hide your husbands too, because they raping everybody out here.